never really know how to start my videos, so let's just say this is the start. I hope you're doing well. Today I am really excited about this video because it's gonna be a really chill video. It's gonna be a video where I talk to you as like a friend. I need to update you on what's been going on in my life, on my fitness journey, and what's been up with my health. I know I shared it on Instagram in French. A lot of you didn't really understand, so I'm gonna try to kind of explain everything that happened over the past few months. So it's kind of like an update for those of you who've been following me for a while, or if you're new here. I think this video will help people that have been feeling exactly like me. You've been like really into exercise for a while and then you've been completely disconnected from yourself and you felt like you didn't have the energy to work out anymore and you felt really tired. Maybe that video will help you because I'm going to tell you what happened. It's really hard for me to share things as I go through them because I always like to reflect it and keep it kind of for myself and just trying to get better by myself, because I'm always scared of like sharing something not good will influence you, and I never want to share something that's not like uplifting, or I don't know, like I always feel like the energy that you put out is the energy that you're gonna get, and so I don't want to like talk about so much of how I'm not feeling good, because I just feel like I'm gonna stay in that circle and I'm gonna stay in that energy. But also I know that it's not fair for me to just talk about when I'm going well. Now that everything is past, I can really talk about it more openly, and I'm sorry that I haven't really been open about it, but that's just how I go through things. So to kind of explain what happened really, I think I need to rewind a few years ago. I started working out for confidence issues. I was feeling really bad in my body. Yeah, my body image just affected me so much that I lost all confidence that I had. I never cared about the way I looked until some point. I talked about it in my book. But yeah, so that's the reason why I started working out, basically just to lose weight and feel more strong. Also, in my mind, I was like, if I look stronger because I'm short, I'll make people respect me more. And I know it's so bad to think of the way I look for others, but I still think to some extent that it is true. The way you project yourself, it comes from, of course, your lifestyle, but yeah, that's just another topic. But so yeah, I started working out and I was really into it. I loved it. Obviously, like after I lost weight that I didn't want anymore, I just kept going because it just made me feel so good. And yeah, I just loved it. I really loved working out, going to the gym. But I'm not gonna go through my fitness journey today. But yeah, that's just to understand where I'm coming from. So then I started doing yoga and I started not going to the gym anymore. So I did more yoga and a little bit less training, but I still had some fitness in my life and everything was going well. Like I was living in Paris and I was working more, but I guess I was just keeping the routine of like eating healthy, working out maybe 5 times a week, 4 times a week, just being like healthy and happy. And then what happened? 2019, or maybe even like just a little bit before in 2018, but I don't have a date that started it. Like I don't recall anything happening to me for it to start. But what happened basically is that I was lacking the drive, and not only to work out but also to work. I am rather like ambitious person. Like I have a lot of motivation and I have like discipline, and if I want something I do it, and that's my nature. And I just felt like completely off. Like I just didn't recognize myself anymore. I was having really trouble to focus on my work, and I had a lot of projects that I wanted to do in 2019, and 80% of them I couldn't do them because I just didn't have the energy. And I felt so anxious as well, because obviously like working for myself, it's important to work. If I don't work, I don't make money and I don't live. So it made me really stressed because I felt like I needed to do so much and I just couldn't do it anymore. I just don't know what happened to me. Like this really gets me emotional, but yeah, I didn't understand what was going on. I wasn't feeling depressed and I wasn't feeling something was missing in my life, a purpose was missing in my life, because I had this issue in the past. I've been depressive in the past and yeah, this is completely different. So this wasn't depression. Yeah, I was happy, but I was just slower and not full of life anymore. Let's just say it this way. I know what you're gonna say if you follow me, that I have been actually running and training a lot during January until April. And you're right, I've been training and running a lot because if you don't know, I ran the marathon this year. It was my first marathon. It was like a goal that I had in life. So I did train for it and I did run a lot, and I'd done a whole video about my training. For me, it wasn't requiring a lot of energy because everything was planned and that was kind of it. Like, I wanted to run a marathon, so that was kind of what I needed to do. It was more really integrated in my life, like eating or drinking every day. That's just how it is. Like, that's how I view it. So yeah, like I train because I've put myself this goal of running a marathon. And even when I didn't really have the energy, I just had this little pull of going out for a run because that was in my training plan. And outside of working out and all, like as I said, I was very tired and I didn't have the energy to do anything else. Obviously, like I've worked a little bit, I've done like a few things for my blog and I've taught yoga, of course. Like I haven't been, you know, under my blanket for all this year. The hardest phase of the year for me was from May, June until September, where I felt like everything was going out of my body. I was constantly napping. I really was struggling to focus on my work, to do things. I just really did anything that was necessary to do, and I didn't have energy to do anything else. So of course I didn't work out pretty much at all, maybe like 1 or 2 times during that period of time, which is nothing. And same for my yoga practice. I completely stopped my yoga practice because I just didn't have the energy. How crazy is that? I was teaching yoga, but I didn't have the energy to practice for myself. I noticed that my skin was getting really bad. A lot of pimples on the chin, which are hormonal things. My appetite was very weird. During that time, like I always ate healthily, but I noticed that I was craving not sweets, but more like chocolate and fatty things a lot. And I was just hungry all the time. I was eating until I was satisfied, but it never felt like I was fully nourished despite eating really healthily. And I wasn't exercising it. So obviously, and this is like a side effect of it, when you exercise way less and you eat way more, well, you gain weight. Like that's just how it is. So over the summer I gained weight, and it is not affecting me as much as like it used to be in the past, and I don't really focus so much on weight. And by saying weight, I mean fat. Like I don't say weight because I know that weight isn't really a good measure. But yeah, it's not that I care so much. I know that I feel the best when I look fit and when I look strong because I feel strong. It's not always true actually, because when I did train for the marathon, I looked super lean and inside I wasn't feeling strong. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's maybe not true all the time, but I just didn't feel my best anymore. Like I gained weight, I just didn't really love the way I look. Yeah, I lost my confidence. That circle, it's really hard to get out of it. So you're kind of like, yeah, what's the point of even trying, because I know that I will fail. I had the motivation to work out, but I just didn't have the energy. So I was like, yeah, am I gonna stay like this all the time? Like, is it the new me? Is it just that I did way too much in the past and now my body's like, yeah, that's actually not what you're supposed to do? I don't know, like I just asked myself so many questions. So I spent the whole summer like just not good, feeling good. And then in September I decided to do a little check on my health because I was like, yeah, what's going on, you know? And so we found out that my hormones were off, my digestion was off, my liver was like super full of toxins, pollution, heavy metals. Kind of just explained everything. My assimilation of nutrients was off. So I started a vitamin cure for that, which I've started in September. Now we're in November, it's almost over, and I feel like so much better already. The hormonal problems were explaining why I felt so tired. and all the acne problems that I had, and my digestion just explained how I wasn't able to feel nourished by the food that I was eating. For my hormones, I would guess that it's basically stress, the anxiety that I experienced this year. Today I feel like much better on my stress, but I have some days where I'm still stressed, and I'm trying my best to meditate daily. I would say since 2 weeks, maybe not even, I feel like I have my energy back again, and I feel way more like myself again. And it felt so good when I felt this way, because I was like, wow, like finally I get to be myself again. Yeah, so that's where I am today. I have the energy that I used to have, and I have the focus that I used to have before. In terms of my fitness routine at the moment, I'm really not strict with myself because I don't want to do anything that's too crazy. Obviously I would love to like get back to like a 4 or 5 times a week of training, and like having like a little routine of working out, resistance and running and like yoga and all that. But most importantly, like I have the focus to work, and yeah, I haven't felt this way for months, so it just feels amazing, honestly. In terms of my diet and my appetite, so as I told you, I had like such a big appetite, and I felt like I lost my natural hunger level, so my stomach probably like increased in size, and I kind of, yeah, I lost this intuitive eating that I had. So I have stopped intuitive eating. To me, intuitive eating is like the healthiest way to eat, but in order to intuitive eating healthfully, I do believe that you need to be in a very good health place. And because my hormones were off and my hunger cue or hormones were off, that's not where I was. So I didn't really know anymore how much I was really supposed to eat. To help me do that, I started tracking what I ate. So I'm kind of like watching this to just get back into a regular, more intuitive eating style in a couple of weeks, hopefully. But yeah, I've been using an app, and next week I'm gonna do a what I eat in a day, just to show you what I've been eating on this like journey to be healthy again, and just help me lose weight too. So yeah, I'll share that next week. I've also made some changes to my vegan diet, and I think I'll do a really dedicated video to that. My focus now is really not about the way I look. Like I don't even care about abs or butts or things like that. I do want to build muscle because I want to get stronger, and obviously when I get stronger I look stronger and I feel more confident, but that's just like an effect of it. But honestly, I just want to train because I love it and it makes me feel strong. And yeah, I don't have any focus on like looking a particular way, if you are wondering like what my fitness goals are. Yeah, I just want to be that athletic person again. So now you're all updated about my fitness life and health journey and all that. I'm really excited about what's to come. I think 2020 is going to be a much better year. I mean, I hope so. And yeah, I can't wait to share more things with you. I honestly really appreciate what happened to me, because it teaches you a lot when you can't work out, or you can't, you know, be like you were before. Appreciate your health when you have it way more. So yeah, I'm grateful that I had this experience, but I'm also really, really happy that I'm out of it. It took me months, and even when I thought I was out of it, I really wasn't really out of it. And I'm glad that I gave myself some time, and I didn't force things, and I didn't force any workout when I was exhausted and when I couldn't. So yeah, thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you next week on my channel for my what I eat in a day. And yeah, if you have any like questions or any other things that you want to say, or say hi or say happy birthday to me, then leave it in a comment below. Hope you like this video, and I will see you really soon.